One of the key decisions of the Community Foundation's leaders is the degree to which they follow a certain blueprint on how a community foundation works, or they adapt to what their community defines as priority ways of engagement. This is particularly challenging in the beginning when communities do not fully understand the role of the foundation, while its leaders are not sure what works or not in their particular community. This seems to be an either-or choice, but it is very likely that any path would include a bit of both. Seeing what works in other communities can be very interesting and a good source of inspiration, and so is understanding about the specificity of the Community Foundation's strategic approaches. But adapting these ideas to the reality of the local community with its assets and perspectives is essential. This can happen through a process of designing the funds and programs of the Community Foundation with clear goals and experimenting with a variety of approaches while also learning from the community feedback. In our experience, many communities do not at the beginning understand the value of the grant-making processes or why the foundation chooses to focus on local assets. It may be tempting to look at these aspects as cultural differences, and this is partly the case, but these situations also emerge from limited experiences the community has with these types of strategies. 10 years on, when they would have been through a number of such processes, communities will have an easier time to connect with the Foundation's grant-making and development roles based on their lived experience. If the Foundation leaders have a strong vision of why grant-making and local philanthropy are important, they will be able to design good processes that both engage the community members on areas they have expertise and also help them build new experiences. They can manage the tension between a long-term vision and the existing perspectives and resources at a certain time. The same can be true for the engagement of donors on a journey to better understand the needs and realities of their local community. Artificially transporting a community foundation concept from one place to another is not desirable, and neither is the adoption of practices without critical reflection on their suitability for the local community. An experimental attitude, together with a creative process of mixing and matching ideas and resources with clear goals, can help. So rather than focusing on whether to adopt or adapt, it is more important to focus on a good design process that is based on community realities. Also, to have a vision that is ambitious enough of why local grants and assets are essential and build towards it long term, starting from where the community experiences are right now. The flexibility of the Community Foundation in terms of its structure and goals, and the embedded participation of the local leaders in its governance and programs are excellent premises for a great fit within the local culture. Different communities, countries, or regions may develop their own model of a community foundation rooted in their experiences and the evolution of their context. This hybridity of models will in turn serve further learning, exploration, and innovation at the level of the international field as a whole.